So on this Mount Zion project, in the field where we're going to plant all of the trees, there was a great big hill of dirt. And I saw this hill of dirt, and I love hills of dirt. I don't know why. I figured it's so much easier to pull the dirt down from a hill and shape it than to shovel it up and build a hill and then shape it. So it's kind of like half the work is done. Anyways, I saw this hill. I said, let's make a nice sitting area. Everybody was sitting around on these chairs, plastic chairs around in this field. I said, let's make a nice sitting area out of this hill, and we'll put a little water fountain in, a little water feature, and it'll be beautiful. We can plant some flowers and trees around it. So we got excited. So we started building these benches and just kind of carving them into the hill. And I started this a few weeks ago before the rain started. I wanted to get it done before the rain came, or just like shaped anyways. This hill shaped a bit. So I made a couple different seating areas and a place for the water to come down. And it's not quite done yet, but the rain started. So it's been raining for a few weeks. I've been going up to the hill on and off and just saying hi and visiting and looking at the bench, but I haven't done much work because it's just hard to work in the rain and when the soil's wet. So a few days ago I went up there and I was looking at the bench and I was like, okay, it's just into the dirt right now. And I was looking at the bench and I said, maybe it's time, maybe I can put something to sit on here because it'd be nice. I don't want to just sit on the dirt, it's kind of muddy, but maybe I can put some stones on. And across this field where we're working in this open field, there's an old floor of like an old church or something. It's just in the ground. I mean, this whole place is just ruins. So it's like an old floor from some old something. So they've been pulling up the tiles and the old stones out of it and moving them over and building things out of them. So I was thinking to get some of these stones and carry them across this big field one by one, or they have a wheelbarrow, and just making a bench, like a top for this bench so we can sit on it. There was a couple horseshoe bench areas that I built into this mountain, or into this hill. So a couple days ago I'm thinking, oh, maybe when the sun comes out here tomorrow, I'll get some of these stones, I'll work on this bench a little bit more, and da-da-da. So the next day, after thinking this, I think it was actually 2 days later, I went up to the hill and I'm just sitting there visiting, and I go and I look at this little bench area and I'm like, oh my God, look, all the stones are here. Somebody went and got these stones and brought them across. And here's these kids. This family came to visit up there. They came for the full moon and they ended up on the hill. They had this family of 5 amazing kids, and these kids were just so creative and so amazing. They went and they, without even being asked, they put these stones around the bench and they built this beautiful little house. And like, I'm gonna show you a video because it's so special. And it was so sweet and it was really nice. And I feel like the project is unfolding on its own. So here is our hill. And here's the benches. And look at what happened. Our friends came and they made the benches for us, didn't you? Wow, that is amazing. And it looks so nice. And not only did they make the benches, but they made this beautiful entrance into, is it a castle? Kind of like a castle area. We're gonna go on a little tour of the castle here. So here's the entrance. And you walk into the courtyard, and here's the well, which has been dug for getting our water. And then here's the thing, and here is the beautiful house with the adobe roof and the tile inside. And there's even couches inside and places to sit. And this is the model for the new farm. Our beautiful work of modeling here from the hill. Beautiful stone benches. Wow. Here's our and it's really fun to watch. And one thing I wanted to point out also is that I just realized that we are building on this Mount Zion, this very special mountain, underneath where we're building this bench and this fruit forest. It's actually in the dirt underneath. They had it excavated a few years ago. Then they buried it back because there was so much dispute about it. But it's either the first church or the first synagogue that has been on this mountain. So imagine this whole mountain that is now possessed started somewhere. And it started right on top of where we are, at the first church or the first synagogue. And from there, that mountain became possessed over time. Now here we are on the top of that energetic spot where the first church came to the mountain. And here we are again, starting over, but we're bringing nature back to the mountain. on that energetic spot where everything started before. We're starting again with nature this time. And I think it's so significant.